Mema etiefo ne ahwefo nyinaa akɔ abasa bere de ba channel yi so ha ɛyɛ nimdie news nsɛm a ɛkɔ so ɔman Ghana mu didi ka didi ti didi hwɛ tena sese a na kyerɛsɛ nkyerɛmu no na yɛde ɛba saa bere nsɛm no dɔɔso na deɛ na ɛba deɛ na ɛkɔ deɛ na ɛsi ɛwɔ ɔman kronkron Ghana emu gyebrɛ na mene wo nyinaa the current update a ɛkɔ so because saa bere no wohwɛ ɔman Ghana mu a deɛ ɔla to see the ho nsɛnsɛm Ablekuma North ho nsɛnsɛm the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana and the suspension ho nsɛm nsɛnsɛm no ɛdɔɔso paa na saa bere the current update a aba no ɛno mu nkyerɛmu ɛna yɛde ɛba gyebrɛ na yɛmfa nkyerɛmu no ɛmfa ntimi ɛnso mo.
Lieutenant retired Jima Wakasa na sama all can say or catch over John Dramani Mama Gonja ne de Shekonkro say John Mahama nia uye no enu mum na be mo bi ayeku e wo Ghana ha Orua John Dramani Mahama soja no yentimi promote obi free class 1 mra emma class 6 mamin kan yenye so beka sim ya sante ni tan me al ne ar ne ha me no tienie soja mun untimi fo obi free class 1 emma class 6 Orua John Dramani Mama Gonja ne de Shekonkro Lieutenant retired soja penyini wa retired kase Ghana bako semu no ebi sita na JJ Rollins kura onu beye ku a obe commander in chief kura no JJ Rollins no wan promote no wan kodu level bi obaye no sa 3-star ne 5-star general for no omo time nso ya omo no mo hwe Ghana so omo tututu niema no wabeyi omo nyina afiri won wakofa NDC ni okuta 1-star general edina babe shoma 9 papa ne say ni awoye no hwe na o suro say obi beye cool because why wadwene so obeda ne constitution no akọ another 4 years aka ho na wo nkwa wadi 12 years okro we mu enu nto ahia say yi asoja fo mpanimfo adi ana wo promote nkwala no because so wonim na de akwala a wo soja mu no odi akwala o wase ho o tam no de ne kogina esoro ho a enya ade asa panyini no hu no obesalutu no because bra wa bono soja mu no bebi a wafade akonya saa 3-star and 5-star general no akwala no meho na usuro se obi beye ku atu a owura fi se omo so matete nkwala na so mo nkwala bebree e wo soja ni mu ana ni awu ye ni momo no ana be madwembo because oba na wode wani sia soja fo mpanimfo omo tam nso yi na opia omo nyina to agu na wodi akwala te se obi awie university oba ya enkofo a omo ye headmaster no na wa yi omo firi ho na de akwala na koye headmaster oye sa wodi oyini ene basabasa na beba Orua John Dramani Mahama and asojafo omo ye retired na omo de krate pia bontre se nia oye no enye fe ebi si Ghana soja ma bakosemu da okateche fifa nso eka bi mom yenkotie ne mra
for job a can send before a year John Dramani Mahama. Say year John Dramani Mahama buyer. Wasake a year CDS. Reverend in team for job a can send before a year John Dramani Mahama. Say year John Dramani Mahama buyer. Wasake a year CDS. Chief of Defense Staff. And no dear a normal President Biaba. General, I was here. Osaki a year CDS. Say year John Dramani Mahama buyer. Wasake a year CDS. Reverend in team for job a car and send before a year John Dramani Mahama. Say year John Dramani Mahama buyer. Wasake a year CDS. Chief of Defense Staff. And no dear a normal President Biaba. General, I was here. Osaki a CDS, but the custom and the tradition has been said. So Osaki CDS, and I'm saying military no, it is a regimental service. It is only be a delia. A higher rank cannot salute a lower rank. It will be a brigadier general, or be a general, or be a 4-star. 3-star, 2-star, and 1-star. There is no way I bet me appointed a 1-star general. I'm gonna buy a CDS and think say 4-star and 3-star and 2-star 4 will salute him. So by the moment I buy a Sadiano, Reverend Tim for because Mahama's dismissal of a generals for a 1-star general weakens morale. One will be more constitutional interpretation. Say Adiano bet me as I could tell them one. Any idea? Well, no, come on, Menoka say was such a committee. Sa committee no. Ye mechia chachuchikata wadaroma. Mechia fifi kwati. Mechia eye Marietta Brew. Enyu mechia munyina. Why mechia mukeke. Nemo no yebra such a committee bi. Sa omunhwem ekwan ye ombefa so ometimi aye bibia ba Mahama akoye tete. Why? It was ye ne ade no. And washa there sisan constitution no. Yes constitutional review. Then the referee say so pass mra the retrospective effect of mra no. Manachi mametiki effect. It is a constitutional review. When him say yakasi yanko referendum enya adwuma. It is why you say no the Supreme Court for interpretation of a year article na man say won't mean more than a year 2 terms. Na osuro se military no ebe yi no. O man panikufo bebu amemu papa chen. Akobetimi apretete. Wo wie no chia ye no akopa bia tena. Yemfa woni amemu a wode ba. Amemu say ye papa. Say nya papa. The constitution under article 58 is very clear on the number of terms abetimi akọ. You cannot decide to hear usurp any powers. Who ye any idea? Obi a wo ye committee no. The general committee no no form say wo tran Flagstaff House won hwɛ niam no. And wo yes ade na wo ye they very worrying because there is instability beba. Enkomo ekoso new. Whispers from the corridors of power. It was ade na mo ye ni nyina ye distraction wa shada no distractible. Enkomo na kase ekoso. To mo prepare ya dwene for ye 10 bid for Mahama. Enya dwuma nne. Enya dwuma kyena. Wo wie wa mamu a ye bedo ase. Ye Mahama wa ya ade. So
Sarakatema and Ura John Dramani Mahama. Yes, a soldier form penning for my retire. And no more the crack tapia bontin says, how do we be see that? Sawaba na go for 5-star general, 3-star general. Na ebia udu jamaba, ujama ono wo soje mu a ono nuru babia. No wa yi sam penning for ni na di. No what time jam de na ko ji sa position no. And what time Elizato de na ko sa position no. Uye sa. Uye sa udi uye ne beba. Because ebi si Ghana bako semuda. Se wa fast a soldier phone penny for 5-star general, 3-star general. Omo time on sun you. As omo bo adwuma. Obana yi CDF chief of defense staff CDS no and no problem and the aban bi aba oyi no akọ. But soldier phone penny for kukudam. 3-star, 5-star general. Na akwala onu nuru ho no. No we jumo from na de sa akwala na akwa because unim say adena wo ye no enye fe eno no katache fi fan so abeka wasam say yes ana owura John Dramani Mahama allegedly wate committee na wate no yes ase edu nkatia se ono de ono so president ni bi enti sa committee nya de ode no ho begim enti fifi kwete ene mpanimfo bi se omo toato adwene owura chatuchi katamu nyina aka ho omo hwe se omo wie no omo yi omo chief justice anaso omo yi omo chief justice maame no omo de kokota maame no wo ho no enya ade ono obepene enti omo anoden Ghana interesting times ahead o sarakate bantima fo amohwem nyina me hia mo bantima akwese kenko titulu ni ase du ketia se dabi ya boa ya se dien pa no wura John Dramani Mahama omo nyama wo omo say wabeye assemblyman pen obeye assemblyman anche and na obeye MP to deputy minister to minister, minister to vice president to president. What's that kwa baby manyamia sai wadum enti nyame wonye odem bim. Ona ne akoso moko next week ma no na ne MPP for kano no. Sarakatema. I hope so done constitution kwa another 4 years. MPP for ne kasa asem way. Sarakatema. Anodin enya asem ketwa yemfa prophet Usu Bempanso na maami abimra prophet Usu Bempanso akasa no atoja wo say tienie se NPP for mu di no agro do nyame obema John Mahama tena so ho se mu di no agro sa mo 40% na mo nyame be sa tisu hwe sa bronya o se sa asem na bronya kacha na tena dan wo ye ne ya so ura bronye timi ka che ne say ono prophet osu bempa the nation prophet ono obia otumfo nyankopon edi tumi ama no ono si ni to hini wo Ghana ha no wo abronye we wenim se ne wayera etimi ka kire papa ne say wo de wo ka be si so there is no way MPP be fra bem na o say me am chairman the incoming national chairman of the new patriotic party chairman untumi enso ka che say obo wa sisa anu kwa ne obo wa osu bempa me ka cho obo wa
say this, but let me say this to the glory of God. I stared into his face and I said to him that the prayer we are doing for you and opponent challenging and the way your opponents and 40% challenging me. I said to him that the insults they are hurling at me, I'm telling you, I won't allow them to clock 40%. The farthest they can go is 38. He looked at me and said, "Prophet of God, are you sure?" And I said to him, "Go and write it down. If he wants, go and write it down." Archbishop was there. Now, as I was speaking with him, I said that in the presence of the Archbishop. Challenging me. Now, you are throwing a challenge. What do you mean? At me. You haven't seen anything yet. You are throwing a challenge. Hallelujah. At me and asking me to bring my car and you bring yours. So that you would take my car.
I saw what to be that. I'm penny or Roma. I said, when you TV should be
Attorney General say the Constitution is explicit on that. Oh, no. I say, young cano in camera. Press
conference on cases as
case in Edahon and yet about
cases in the media.
I say a Ganamra, the Mrana Mrana see and canon
Ganamranas a kind of fancy Bangkok a castle. Portion Ben can't say some Bangkok castle. Portion Ben. Niburupa. Attorney General, me Penasampa is a fine gentleman. Obunupa was a kind of videos. You are Mahama, me Penasampa. Sell crew away. Ah, all no man, and one.
Fenaka Raven.
Na drew no me. I drew no, no.
If it be so buono.
Oh, of course.
And if I can't break,
that's not going to come me. Me Penasam, the one, the one for the so because I'm a coma penty. Nemum, Sadi way dear. Oman penny and the can't be but two nipper drum. Now a bit do a cheer for ball. I did some year. Nippon Muso, I bonny. More to me a moody nasem. Now I say a boy come for a beer cocoon. What's a castle? You can't say don't cock a crana, a young show. Say castle, no, you do coha because of in India, I see home maybe a tramonti. And I do some more coha. I say you do a better police station. I say one fan cost striking force. No good for a fasting because obeying in the cost striking force one thing and no cry. No striking force. And that's all. And that's all. I am Shishena. I do corner and I see a fan cost cooler. Omunim say baby o ha ya share ka say e honye tie din nkofo a omo bad boys na dey call. Na wo unso when you bad. Na dey wo akofra san nkofo no. Enti maame no obi a wo chief justice mu na Omai no bono ho ban se na ye kana sama on ye kana sam te se be o abofra bi a oye a court attendant bi ase se be common criminal bi David
but na majority leader can be or say
David
the do na say e mra na the chief justice ho ban ti enche aban de mra be ba court
ye yiri bia na ye mra de abo bi ho ban enye yi hwe nana me maame no nsema wo ka no ene e tokonu enti bia e be ka say emfani no say all kono ne lawyer na ye sim 7 nkrata on her behalf no ye she data Almost say a man from
only chambers can no invitation no call you. Yes. Yes, you recognize and say, oh,
but oh, you penny your offer. Poor man, yes, and friend.
Gabriel Scott, poor man. JS.
I don't know, he's only acting.
On the
committee.
On the S in the young, Nana. I'm in castle. I'm being where the castle. In fact, the name who videos and MPP for comes out. Hey, I'm read Danny. A crowded and then found MPP for neck comes, yeah, boo me. Because I under 5 months ago. No,
and we crap up a beer.
Man, think of business when those wrongs
were happening.
And then for money, you offer Dennis and son friend. What
I did see you, I
see you,
I did see you.
Munka who say Emre way in Ninkaso. Ninkaso my body biao, but the move Susukuluano, Amana moved to the Mamina Shimun. Muntua Muna overcome ye. The Montram na ne hube twitwi ansa na wuram na ne mu a ebi a kyena na saa mna na krona na edi wede e kwa kohyem na ene ono maka se hwe maame no ne anhwe office na e be mistake because untimi nyi maame no free office no. It is the office na aye under attack. It is the office of the chief justice na under attack, not Tokunu as chief justice. Enti me sene na what about me making kan a daily guide na e dey some na ko so Ghana say Edi ama asem ni ewura Mahama wada ru meburu se yenim se kwa wabahi niam bebre wa ebesesa even nana he na no me call me on soja for bebre
na na de see o
pa na nipa akofie ho generous akofie me ha mani a edoso papa
said that me kan ha about 50 of them.
Yes. Na
forced retirement.
Obi can say me kire me. Na so o ka kire me yem shim so say. Say rank we na me wo. Within 8 years time na me do ha. Na nti se me ko do ho wie na say MPP so ba. Na mo ka say me ya NDC ni a. Na on be yimi kofi a. Na bra ma bra nyina me bra kosi sen. As what catch him no. And in some no look, I say I'm ready and can year. And a triangle with ya a dadimo. Now a da about patches you do one. Oh, come on, no, yet for. Muma, you're careful. Or may muna, no, the Yapasia Biana.
The court, from the Supreme Court this afternoon, Chief Justice or suspended Chief Justice, if you like, Gertrude Tokonum is the leader of the judiciary. Lawyers bow to her, but today she stood and bowed before a panel of her equals as she made a last-minute ditch effort to stop the ongoing constitutional process to remove her from office. The Chief Justice wants the entire process stopped and the judges on the special committee removed, but her case has been dismissed unanimously. Now, a member of our legal affairs desk, Goku Asante, was in court and monitored proceedings for us, and he joins me in the studio. Koku, first, you welcome back.
Yeah.
So let's start with, there were a matter that was first dealt with, the supplementary affidavits. First, walk us through.
So even before that, the Deputy Attorney General, Dr. Justice Shremsai, who represented his boss in court today, wanted the court to strike out the names of Justice Poaman, Justice Asiedu Adibu, Dom Levo, and the two other members of the committee from the writ. And if you look at the face of the writ, the Attorney General is the first defendant, and the 5 members of the Article 146 committee are the other members of the committee. And so according to the state, this case can be prosecuted without having to attach those persons in it.
Right.
But then Godfrey Dame disagreed with that and said that they were seeking for certain reliefs that were directed specifically at those people. And that is why they had attached them as defendants in the matter. The court found favor in the argument made by Godfrey Dame and then dismissed the objection of the Deputy Attorney General and said the names of these 5 members of the committee must stay on the writ. Then came the matter of the supplementary affidavit. And Elton, in the last few days, we have been talking about that supplementary affidavit filed by the Chief Justice herself,
right,
which talks about what she believes to be degrading treatment of her, including going to the committee and being body searched and her phones being taken, family members not being allowed, the judges proceeding, the committee proceeding to hear the matters, despite the pendency of her injunction application and all that.
But and yesterday, for example, the lawyer who is representing her, Godfrey Dame, on Top Story said that she was actually searched by a mail.
A mail. And so these were all the arguments that had been deposed to in the affidavit by the suspended Chief Justice herself, and it formed part of a case requesting the Supreme Court to injunct the entire process. And so that is the case that the Attorney General made, that Article 146 contains that the entire process must be held in camera.
Right.
And there must be confidentiality. And that the Chief Justice, having deposed to affidavits and putting them before the court, and which court documents are public documents, is the Chief Justice's way of using the back door to publicize the arguments that will be made at a committee that must be in camera.
Right.
And so that is the argument he made, and urged on the court to strike out the entirety